the times when it said enter as often as you want,
Yes.
you know, she would come down with me with these bags of contest entries that we'd filled out the night before.
Right.
And we'd just, you know, everybody'd see us shovel them into the box. And
Yes.
everybody's like, well, fuck, there goes my entry, right? Yeah.
Right.
And sure enough, this ballot box stuffing,
Yes.
you know, I'm pretty sure she taught it to the Democrats.
Right.
Right. So anyway, long story short,
Yes.
She wins the ATC, right?
Right.
Yeah, congratulations, Mrs. Taylor. You've won the Honda ATC. Come on down to the store and we'll take photos and it'll be in the newspaper and you'll be somebody special.
Right.
So anyway, go down, we do all that.
Yes.
You know, they stick our picture in the paper and it's great. And they throw it on a trailer and drag it to our house. And
Yes.
you know, there it is. Well, okay, there it is. And probably very few of you know this, but my mom couldn't ride an ATC.
Right.
She didn't know how the hell to ride it. And but interestingly enough, during this whole time, like the contest was on for a month or so.
Yes.
And during this whole time, I kept noticing on TV, they used to have these Honda ATC commercials.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And man, I'll tell you, boy, was that exciting watching those. You know, they'd have this lumberjack out in the woods.
Yes.
And he'd be like, you know, hacking away at a tree with his axe.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And he'd get tired and sweaty. So he'd go over to his Honda ATC and strap his axe up and ride through the forest to his cabin to cool off and relax.
Right.
Right? Yeah, and the whole time they've got this like Mountaineer Men song playing.
Right.
Dun 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 dun. You know. So these commercials were really exciting.
Yes.
One of the other ones, it was at a beach setting with a couple of girls and a couple of guys, and the guys, of course, were riding the girls around on these ATCs.
Yes.
And they were zipping around on the beach on the sand and stuff, and I'm like, man, that looks fun. Right?
Right.
Well, we actually get this thing, and she's like, okay, well, you know, I guess you can. We lived actually right next door to the elementary school.
Yes.
And the elementary school had a very big field attached to it, where 3 of the 4 corners of the field were so big that they had 3 baseball diamonds.
Yes.
So the whole thing was fenced off with chain link fencing, of course.
Yes.
Because, you know, backstops and all that stuff, right? Yeah.
Right.
So I take the thing out there this one particular day. I get on it, fire it up, warm it up, and got my helmet on.
Yes.
Yeah, thank Christ for that.
Yes.
Right.
And this thing didn't control like a normal motorcycle.
No.
No, it was all thumb controlled with this thumb throttle.
Yes.
So I ride it around a little bit, get it up on the grass there in the field.
Yes.
And I figure out how it works and, you know, test the brakes and make sure I know what I'm doing, right?
Right.
Because back then, you know, this was like, what, 1984 or 85, right?
Yes.
You know, kids just got on shit and tried it out until they figured it out, right?
Right.
Yeah. Whereas now, I imagine something like that comes out. Christ, there'd be like 6-month flight school or something, you know.
Right.
You have to get your ATC license. Anyway, I get on this thing.
Yes.
And I'm out there zipping around the field, and it's a big field, and there's nobody around.
No.
You know, it's unlike a Saturday or a Sunday. There's nobody at the school, of course.
Yes.
And I'm whipping around this thing, and I'm going faster and faster,
Yes.
you know, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So I'm going around this big, huge square. It must have been like 400 or 500 feet in any one direction, right?
Yes.
It was a big field, like I'm talking about. And of course, that chain link fencing, I was going around, and I was, you know, turning right all the time, right? So I'm going around
Yes.
this thing clockwise.
Yes.
And Well, now comes the part why you don't see or hear about them anymore.
Right.
Right? Now these things are 3-wheeled.
Yes.
Which means they have one in the front and, of course, 2 in the back.
Right.
Well, it's that wacky centrifugal force, right?
Right.
If you're going like 5 miles an hour or less,
Yes.
right? That's not really a problem. These 3-wheel things are fine. You can pretty much, cruise around endlessly, and there's not a problem.
Yes.
You get her up to about 45.
Yes.
Right.
And you're a young 12-year-old that doesn't know any better, right?
Right.
And you crank that sucker a hard right.
Right.
Guess who flipped over right into the chain link fence and was pinned underneath for an hour?
Right.
Yeah, that'd be this guy. Man, I thought I was dead.
Yes.
I'd done something serious to my neck. The pain was incredible. Yes. Anyway, I guess it wasn't an hour I was under there.
No.
It was probably more like 5 or 6 minutes.
Yes.
Right.
Anyway, some kids come along and
Yes.
they're like, "Oh, are you all right? Oh, that looks gross. Timmy, I didn't know his neck could go that way. What the hell?"
Right.
Right? But I mean, that's the way we were when we were kids.
Yes.
Break your neck, fine. Just tape it back together. Let's go.
Yes.
Right.
But anyway, these 2 kids helped me scrape me up off this thing. And, of course, being upside down, the gas tank had leaked all over me. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm basically this big ticking, dripping time bomb of flamey death.
Right.
Because, of course, we stood it back up on its wheels and,
Yes.
and fired it up and headed off again, right?
Right.
So, yeah, the good old days. So yeah, that's when Mom realized the thing kept tipping over because I did that about 300 more times. And
Right.
yeah, she put it up for sale. It sold right away.
Yes.
Like people were seriously nuts for this Honda ATC when it came out. Everybody's like, "Oh, gotta have one."
Right.
So I don't know how many people it actually paralyzed, but
Right.
they stopped selling them soon after they launched them.
Yes.
Because people were dying.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you go. There's a true story.
Yes.
And it actually happened to me.
Yes.
And there was no vaginas involved.
Yes.
Right.
No vaginas were harmed in this story. Right?
Right.
That's what they've done. They've reached a particular point that they feel they're untouchable.
Well, they're untouchable in this story because they're not in it. So,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, so there you go. So that's my Honda ATC story.
Yes.
Man, I love that thing. Well, actually, no, kind of, to be fair, I really didn't.
Yes.
I liked the idea of it,
Yes.
Right.
The real joy about the whole experience
Yes.
was the entire month leading up to actually winning it.
Yes.
Because, Mom and I were working on these contest entries together, and
Yes.
you all right? You choke on your penis? What are you doing? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that long, so
Right.
Yeah, but it's that whole month leading up to it.
Yes.
And watching those TV commercials.
Yes.
And just visualizing the excitement of the lumberjack, right?
Right.
Going home all sweaty with his axe to his lovely wife, and
Right.
I kept thinking, geez, how nice it would be, going home to my slutty wife. That was before I actually understood marriage.
Right.
Yeah, that got ruined too. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was the whole. I guess that's the it goes back to the old saying.
Yes.
You know, wanting is better than having.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
It was the same with Pamela Anderson. You know?
Right.
You know, the wanting was definitely better than having, because
Yes.
the whole time you wanted it's great. You've got the whole fantasy.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
But then the having, you know, you've got the diseases, right? And
Right.
yeah,
I don't think anybody gets a free ride. It looks to be easy.
yeah, not a free ride. No.
I have.
Did you?
I have.
Oh, you rode her? Yeah?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say we'd have some breaking news tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Well, William Shatner rides Pam Anderson. Film at 11.
Right.
Got it. Especially now, like she might be 56 or something.
Yes.
I think this year.
Yes.
Christ. But you know, the real story would be, you know, Bill getting it on at 90, right?
Right.
Ew. Yes. So yes. Speaking of news,
Yes.
it is time to get to our headlines.
Yes.
today. And of course, these headlines are brought to you, as always, by Mike Lindell and MyPillow.com.
Yes.
That's right. With his new patented fill, it's like sleeping on a cloud.
Right.
It is. Now, before we get into that, as always, we like to do a couple of shout-outs. So I'm going to, yes, and go there and do that. Yeah, see? Real-time browsing.
Yes.
Right.
Real time. We'll get to the shout-outs here tonight. So if you want to be mentioned on the shout-out, of course, get onto Twitter and get over to @SpeculationNews and follow them up quick, and we'll mention you if we see you pop up here, and we'll go, hey. Let's see now. Chris Rogers, yes. You can follow Chris at Rotary Sensei. That's SENSI. Yeah.
Right.
That no makey sensey. Yeah.
Right.
And you can follow him because his profile says Statistical Policy Analysis, Naval Aviation, I Block Screwballs. All right.
Right.
Also, let's see, who else here? I don't want to mention some of these others here. They're kind of moronic.
Yes.
Right.
Come on. There's got to be a good one here. Oh. Yeah, I found one.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, Kate Dunn.
Yes.
That's KATDUNN.
Yes.
Yes, not like DONE.
Yes.
Right.
And of course, you can follow her at What Kate Dunn. Oh, I see. Get it? Yeah.
Right.
And according to her profile, she is a relentless communicator.
Yes.
Yes. Not very exciting, is it? It's
Right.
relentless community. So, you know, you come home from work and kick off your shoes.
Yes.
Expect her to rub your feet and then suck your cock, but
Right.
well, what you actually get is you come in and kick off your shoes. She tells you how much your feet stink.
Right.
All right. And then proceeds to tell you how much she hates the way your balls smell when she gives you head.
Right.
You know. And then she tells you she really doesn't like sticking her finger knuckle deep in your ass when she's giving you the...
Right.